Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury. So today I want to talk about something so great that I did recently. I went to a small venue to a concert, and I have not done this in so long. So I wanted to just talk about this experience and how much I really enjoyed it. So a while back, I want to say it's been like 3, 4, maybe even 5 months ago, I heard that Duff McKagan was going to be playing in New York City. Now, if that name sounds familiar and you're not quite placing it, or you're just not quite sure who that is, Duff McKagan is best known as being the bassist for Guns N' Roses. He was their bassist during, the heyday of that band, and really has been one of my favorite performers when I was younger and growing up. And I had so much appreciation for his skills and talent as a member of that band. Fast forward to all these years later. Yeah, so I got wind that he was playing, and I was like, I didn't realize he was doing solo stuff. I was like, this sounds interesting. And I kind of went into this a little bit sight unseen. Like, I didn't know any of his solo work. I didn't know what songs he sang. I didn't even know if he changed his style or not for his solo work. But I was like, you know what? This sounds fun. It's a small venue. I haven't done a small venue in, oh my gosh, years and years. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I did it. And I had an amazing evening. I had such an amazing evening. So what was it like going to a small venue? It's incredible. It's incredible. So the venue that it was at was called Le Poisson Rouge, or the Red Fish, right? And it's located in the Village. So I was downtown on Bleecker Street, and I went out. I had dinner beforehand, and then I went to the venue. And they do check IDs regardless of how old or young you look. They checked every single person in that line's ID. They do a bag check, and then you go in and you head downstairs. So they have a little merch area. And then you go through these doors, and to the left is like a full bar, and to the right is the stage, and it's just open area in between. There were no seats, so that's one thing with small venues is sometimes they might have a few seats, but sometimes they don't. And this one, at least that I could see, it was just a big open area. So I found my way, got myself in front of the stage. Wasn't in the first row, but you know what? Small venue. There's no such thing as a bad spot, right? Unless you have somebody like super tall in front of you, and then you just have to like scoot over a little bit. But speaking of that, I want to talk about the vibe of this show, even before the performance starts. The people who were attending this show were so chill and so welcoming. And it was such a moment to be there. It was a generational show. One of the people that was standing next to me was about my age and came with their kid. And it was their kid's first small venue show. And other people like realized that there was a person not as tall as them that was like, a few rows back. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, this is great. Generational show. Let's get her to the front. And not only did they make room for his kid to get to be in the front row for the show, they also accommodated so he wasn't like separated from his daughter. And like people just, it was like this kind of open arms, like we take care of each other kind of a vibe. And we want everyone to just have a good time tonight. And that was incredible. I can't remember the last time I went to a show that had that vibe and that environment, and it made my day. The opening performer was leaving. Honestly, I didn't know much about him aside from that he played Mr. Body in the movie Clue, but beyond that, I did not know that he was even a musician. And he played a whole bunch of like country style music. So he had a short set to open, and then afterward, Duff came on, and Duff's music was so thoughtfully written, and just, it had those blues riffs and that style that's just like so Duff. I don't even know how to say that. Like, it's so Duff. In terms of like the music and like the the quality to the cadence of the melody. I don't even know how to put that into words right. But I it was just so Duff. And so he had so many great songs. He recently made an album called Lighthouse, and he primarily was playing songs from Lighthouse, and they were so great. They were like, you know how like some people have like comfort food and it like makes you feel better? The songs that he played from Lighthouse, even though I had not heard them before this show, felt like comfort food to me. They just felt right and they felt good and they just did everything that music is supposed to do in all the best ways. And I absolutely loved it. And so now I'm like on my Spotify listening to like Lighthouse and all the songs from Lighthouse over and over and over again because that's how my brain works. It's like as soon as I like find something I like, it's like it goes on repeat for about 2 months, and then I'll like incorporate it into the mix of all my other stuff. But I'll like really get into something for like a short period and then incorporate it out, and that's sort of what's going on. And I'm listening to like all the different songs on Lighthouse and like a Duff McKagen playlist right now, and it's so good. It's so good. And I just had such a great time at this show. It makes me want to go back to small venue shows and just really, take it in. It's like it's a relaxed concert vibe with really good music, and I really needed that. It was like cathartic being there. I don't know. Just a wonderful night. It was just a truly amazing show. I'm so glad I went. Duff McKagan, solid performer, consistently for all these years, and is still truly an amazing performer. And my hat's off to him. He's got it. He's doing an amazing job. He's writing amazing music. I love it. I love it. So I also want to show everybody just I mentioned earlier how I've been a fan of Duff's for a long time. I have a little folder of art I did way back when I was in high school. And I'm very proud of this art because I think this art came out really good. So let me show you. So this is the sketch I did of Duff all those years ago. All those years ago. Amazing. It's like we all come full circle, right? Music can do some amazing things. It can really it feeds the soul. It gives us what we need. And I hope everybody has something that feeds their soul and is just as wonderful as music is for me. So, yeah. And I guess with that, I am done for the day. I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired. Bye, everyone. Take care.